I'd like to talk about investor qualification form. As you will see, this is the form, one page only. My company and I have put together along with the help of our syndication attorneys to find out as to if the investor is really qualifying for the investment kind of things that you are giving them to invest in. As you will see, the two sections on the top, one on the left side is your company information, your manager's names, your company name, phone number, fax number, email address. Then on the right side, it's their name, the investor's name or their entity, their address, their phone number, their fax number, their email address. And then at the middle of the page, it talks about, I'm interested in exploring real estate opportunities. I understand I must meet either of the following requirements for income, section A, or net worth, section B, and I have significant investment, business, and or financial experience or expertise, that's in section C. The instructions are, please read sections A through C below and check the box next to each section only if you meet the stated requirements for each section. Additionally, please provide description of previous relationship in section D with you, with your company, with the team members in your company, and so on. So A is going to be the income. My annual net income was at least $200,000 in each of the last 2 years, or my joint income with my spouse was in excess of the $300,000 in each of those 2 years, and I have reasonable expectations of the same income level for the immediate future. That's very, very important for them to check that, and we can actually ask them to give us proof, the W-2s and things like that. We want to make sure they're not just putting it down, but they are qualified. Second, the B portion is the net worth. My current individual net worth or joint net worth with that of my spouse exceeds $1 million. Disregarding, that's the word, disregarding. Just about 2-3 years back, this was included in there. Disregarding any positive equity in my personal residence. Note, however, that a negative equity with respect to a personal residence should also be included in this calculation. So in other words, the $1 million should be the net worth that the individual has, or along with his wife or spouse has, but it should include the negative if they are upside down in their property, personal residence. That has to subtract from their total assets to come to that number of 1 million. And then the C is the business, financial, and investment experience and expertise. I'm an experienced investor as demonstrated by my investment, business, and or financial background information listed below. What's their occupation? What's their profession? They have to write it out. Business, financial experience, what kind of things have they invested in previously? And then the degrees and designations, what do they have? Is it a bachelor's or master's degree or PhD? If they're a doctor, profession, because as much information you know, and you can then determine whether they're suitable to invest in your deal or not. Okay, what's their current real estate investment? How many properties do they own right now? Types of properties, are they single family homes or multifamily, commercial or shopping centers or hotels or anything like that? Prior real estate investments, what have they invested in before? And real estate investment experience, how many years have they been doing this kind of thing for? And then the current real estate investments value, what is their value? Is it worth $1 million, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 million that they have accumulated? All these things in the investor qualification form really helps you to determine and have it for your records when they fill this out by hand, and you have to have the original one with you right there. D is the previous relationship, my previous business relationship with the members of the XYZ LLC, that's you, your company, they need to elaborate how did they come to know you, what kind of deals have they worked with, or what's their past experience with you. Again, this is a very, very important part in your investor qualification form. This is not an offer to sell or solicitation of an offer to purchase an investment or security. This information relates to possible real estate opportunities for qualified purchasers who have established an existing substantive relationship with members. Please note those words. Those are very, very important, that they should have established an existing substantive relationship with the members of the company. So we want to make sure that the interested persons may qualify as investors by virtue of a pre-existing relationship and by proof of business experience, income, and net worth. And then they write down and sign at the bottom, I or we hereby certify the above is true and correct. Their signatures, their printed name, date, and then if they're husband, wife, they both have to sign, and so forth like that. And then they could fax it for fax completed and signed form to the fax number, or if they have questions, they could call you right there, or email them. They could scan and email them to you too. So I hope this really helps you as you put your whole thing together to get into your syndication package, these qualified investors. This form is very, 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 very important for you to really spend money with the right investors, first of all, and secondly, to find out if they're accredited or sophisticated or suitable. Please look into my other modules and listen to and really hone in on the knowledge, how to really distinguish between investors and how to get the right kind of people.